If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles.
I just woke up. I was able to sleep 5 hours and a half, so that's not bad. However, I have lost all my convoy units as I got targeted by more subs and naval bombers and probably bombarded by battleships. I only have my navy left. They're heavily damaged. I've lost one cruiser. I'm now at only 25% hit points, and so I'm moving very slow, which is cool. He can see me because he didn't position his interceptors well, so he can't actually see me. But I'm out there, not that it matters because I have no more land units. Lost 90 land units. That hurts, man. What is more weird is that New Zealand made a coalition, invited New South Wales, and the provinces that New Zealand is taking are automatically being returned to New South Wales. He has now Melbourne, Canberra and Sydney. So I guess that New Zealand landed in Barnsdale before that New South Wales was able to join the coalition. I mean, what is that all about, man? I've taken New South Wales, his army got deleted, and we've got New Zealand who still is playing friends with the Australian players. The aim of the game is to get victory points, man. I really don't get New Zealand, man. I really don't. He's been sitting there all game. He attacked 0 players, avoiding conflict, which is actually the reason how he managed to fool me, because I had no reason to think otherwise. I didn't even know that a player that you have completely and utterly beaten can still join a coalition, get his country back. What the hell, man? Because you can see it in the newspaper. He accepted the 3 peace treaties, putting provinces under the control of New South Wales effective immediately. So weird. So you got Mr. Finn and New South Wales, who literally only has 3 freaking provinces, 3 of them, and there are 3 that have been given back by New Zealand. So he had 0 provinces when I took his territory. I really don't get it. 1, it shouldn't be possible, and 2, I really don't get why New Zealand is being so generous. However, New Zealand has paid a heavy price for his trap. He has lost 61,463 manpower, and I have lost 91, well, almost 92,000 manpower. However, he's Axis, and I'm Comitern, so my units are way cheaper than his. He was able to trap me with more submarines, as he's lost 7 submarines early this morning around 6 a.m. and 1 naval bomber. So New Zealand has a very small land army. New South Wales has nothing. So I've got in research SP anti-air medium tank level 2. I am both making units in Australia and also over here in North India. I'm disembarking already the first wave of reinforcements. I'm gonna send them to Australia, because if New Zealand thinks that he can take Australia and that I'm just gonna lay over, he is largely mistaken. He might have screwed up my plans to invade America, but there is no way that I'm gonna let him take Australia. Freaking hell. No, 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 dude. You also have Siberia, who is disembarking. In 5 minutes is gonna be day change, but he only needs 20 more minutes to disembark, so there's no way that his units are gonna be able to get attacked by naval bombers or anything of the sort. So his ruse has worked. He's gonna get his army make landfall. However, he's gonna be up against 2 players, as I cannot help him, and Indochina and South China have just been wasting time with Borneo, making mistakes, losing units. Like I said before, South China was nowhere near ready. He didn't anticipate at all. He didn't have aircraft carriers. He didn't have transport ship research. He didn't have upgrades for his destroyers. I mean, it's very difficult to go both railroad guns, motorized units, air units and navy, because you're always gonna lack oil. It's not smart gameplay, man. If he would have prepared better with the research trick, he could have had 4 aircraft carriers level 3 and he would have been able to put 24 planes on them instead of now 8. At least the destroyers are now level 3. His cruisers and the battleships still are level 1 though. 2 more naval bombers over here with 0 protection. There's not even a port here, so what these 2 are doing over here without any protection, it is beyond me, but okay.
The next day.
Indochina has underestimated Borneo for the second time, as he has two large artillery stacks, whereas Indochina only has one and it has been badly damaged, while his navy over here that could have given perfect support was idle here in the ocean. His navy should have been in support of his artillery stack so that he could retreat to the safety of his battleships whenever he is meeting opposition. Indochina has now underestimated Borneo for the third time already. 3 days ago, Korea and Indochina managed to kill a large part of the army of Borneo. However, in these 3 days, he has had a lot of time to rebuild, and he has chosen unarmored units which train pretty fast and cheaply compared to the motorized units and the railroad guns that they are using. So it is to no surprise that he has a lot of units. He has about the same amount of points as Indochina. So this is the second time he sends in a small force, while his main army is just being idle in his core provinces. It serves no purpose. He has a highly mobile army of light tanks backed up by railroad guns. Use them, man, because he only has naval bombers level 2, whereas Borneo has subs level 3, maybe already level 4 now. He has 4 destroyers level 4, which is not a lot. His cruisers will give little protection as they're level 1 as well. Going for railroad guns in combination with an air force, with a navy, with motorized units is impossible. Both the gameplay of Indochina and South China have severely delayed the game. However, I'm guilty as well because I don't even have an army anymore to invade the US, let alone defend Australia. And myself, I'm now going in full motorized units. As the disadvantage, my unarmored units are going to take a long time to produce, as they're all level 3 and my infantry is level 5, was level 5 because they're all gone. Means it's gonna take a long time to build them. So for me, the fastest way right now to get out units fast is going motorized, because my medium tanks are low level. Also, my rocket artillery are low level, so I can spam a lot of those, upgrade them. However, it's gonna take its toll on my oil and metal production, which is not efficient at all. I have a lot of rare materials and goods, so I'm definitely gonna have to make regular rocket artillery, anti-air and infantry, but it's gonna take a long time to produce those.
8 hours later.
Right, we're almost halfway into day 14. Siberia has made a great advancement into Canada, landed safely his units. Alberta has given me shared maps so that I could film his last moments, because he is ready to capitulate. He lost a lot of navy, a lot of air force, and his ally Mexico, the Desert Fox, hasn't been in the chat these past few days. He came online a couple of times to retrain units, but he still hasn't come to the aid of Alberta. Alberta is trying his best to counter-attack, but the army of Tomsk Siberia is just too powerful, especially as he has had the help from the Air Force from Korea. Korea has 24 interceptors, Siberia has 10 interceptors and 10 rocket fighters. Little setback though is that the light tank stack is being attacked by commandos. I don't know actually who will win, but both are taking tremendous losses. The presence of a lot of anti-air units are working rid of his meat shield to move a bit faster. And then we've got Korea, who has been ambushing the navy of Alberta, who's trying to escape. I mean, cruisers can win against battleships even with equal resources, but they need to be upgraded and you need to have space to maneuver. If not, you are in trouble. There, where he was at Vancouver Strait, over here he had no place to maneuver, so these battleships were just deadly. It's a bit unfortunate, because Korea should have sent one over here through the Victoria Strait and the other one over here, then he could have pinched those cruisers in battle. But then again, he might have lost, because Alberta has how many cruisers? 9 cruisers level 4, 3 destroyers level 4, another 9 cruisers level 1, 2 destroyers level 2, 2 destroyers level 1. Yeah, so 18 cruisers, those can deal a lot of damage, especially if you can get them upgraded all to level 4. But Alberta is on his own, unfortunately, because New Mexico hasn't been moving at all. Alberta being 2 versus 1 is not sustainable for him. Korea is full in with Navy and air, and Siberia with his rocket fighters plus all his land units, railroad guns. Alberta is largely outstacked. We're lucky that Desert Fox is inactive, as I have not been able to join in the fight in the south of Mexico. Weird things is happening, however, because I've just found cruisers over here. Why am I attacking? I commanded to attack, but he doesn't. Go. Thank you. And they'll damage, but almost nothing. That's not normal. I know I have a low state-based damage efficiency, but I should still deal some decent damage. I deal 46% damage, and my cruisers, they deal versus ships 68, so they deal only about 34 or 33 hit points damage, and these cruisers only have 80 damage, so he should take damage. I'm not sure what is happening here, and he's not firing back. That is pretty weird. No clue what's happening here, man. Why does Northwestern Australia have units at all? Taken all his units before they change. He has now only 4 provinces, and now he only has 5 provinces. And when I go to his profile, it confirms 5 provinces. He didn't have any provinces elsewhere. So how the hell is it possible that his units were not deleted when I took his last province? I have no clue. This is very weird. And why are his cruisers not attacking when I am attacking him? That is so weird. And these cruisers are too close to my landing zone, so they need to die. Put my first SP anti-air now in the queue. My 10th tank rolled out, so I'm now switching production to armored cars. 10 armored cars, 10 medium tanks, 10 rocket artillery would be good. Then a couple of SP anti-air, and I'm good. Then I've got my units coming over here, and I am producing more units in my core provinces, but I can send them to Australia afterwards. And I've asked Indochina to reconstruct the navy wall that I've had here with subs, which I hope he's gonna do soon. I'm just biding my time because New Zealand is only attacking me with 2 units, 1 infantry unit or 1 armored car. Let him take provinces, man. I'm gonna strike back in full force when I'm ready with SP anti-air units, with rocket fighters, because he has a large air fleet. At least he had. Air units are now heavily damaged, but he's gonna make new ones. Although I have a secret weapon which is called rocket fighters. So I'm good at that side at least. We've got Indochina that is preparing himself to invade Borneo. No clue why he's going over there, but he might try to attack another side because over here he obviously has failed. And we got South China that is finally underway with his navy. However, he didn't stack his units. Oh, that's because they're interceptors. He needs 13 hours to arrive. He took naval bombers with him. It's not perfect as an invasion fleet, but it will do, especially now that the navy of Alberta is occupied with Korea. Oh, he's only going over there to Johnston Atoll, alright. But I think that when South China arrives in the US, the fight will be already over. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and hit that bell button for notifications. I want to say a warm thank you to my members and elite members for supporting this channel.